Hey guys, and welcome to our very first episode. So today we're gonna try this grilled chicken kebabs with cucumber yogurt sauce. FYI, I've never cooked with yogurt before, so this is a first for me. If this is a first for you, yippee, we're gonna do this together. Take a screen grab of these ingredients and let's get cooking. So as you saw from the image, they went with bigger chunks of tomatoes. And I'm trying to maximize on the ingredients I have as much as possible because I'm trying to serve 4 people. So I decided, let me actually chop my ingredients to be small dices because at the end of the day, these are the same ingredients you'd need for a salsa. So let me go with doing a salsa on the side as a side salad. So I diced up my peppers, my tomato, as well as my onion. I went with the red onion as it was stipulated in the recipe, but you can go with the white onion. I prefer the red one simply because it just makes the dish look really more nicer. It adds that color. And then just an FYI that I saw on TikTok, I think a year ago, is how to keep your lemons in a very fresh state. Because sometimes we buy a bag of lemon and we only get around to using 2. So to actually keep your lemons to last longer, because once you leave them in the fruit basket, they get exposed to so much air and then they shrink up and they lose the juices inside and you kind of dispose them. So to mitigate that process, rather put them in a tub and fill the tub with water up to the brim. Close the container and actually put it in the freezer, and these will last longer. For me, I don't know how long they would last if you can keep them for like 6 months, but I've kept them for 2 months and they were still fresh. So this is a great FYI that you can utilize for yourself. And then the next step was to do this yogurt sauce. I've never cooked with yogurt apart from actually putting it in chicken, but to actually make a side salad, I've never ever done that. So this is a first for me. I felt though, as when I was tasting this after I was done making it, it needed a little bit of taste to it because I only had salt and pepper. So I went and put this aromatic garlic spice from Hint Spices. I don't know if other brands do have it, but I utilize it. It's just that I didn't put it here, and I felt like it added a bit of that garlic taste that I needed to the meal. Then as for my chicken kebabs, I felt like my chicken kebabs were a little bit dry because of the air fryer. But in most states, I always use the air fryer at 180 for my chicken. But I felt like it tasted good, but it was too dry. I could have actually put the chicken way less or at a lower heat so that I can keep the natural juices of the chicken. But I think I have an idea how I can improve on making my kebabs more juicier. And I think we'll try that next time in probably like the 3rd or 4th episode. But for the purpose of this episode, I went with what I saw and I followed a bit of the instructions. I don't follow with everything through, but I tried much as possible to try this recipe from the author's perspective. And then also my chicken, I seasoned up with almost anything because some people would prefer like a spicy chicken. So you would try season up with something spicy for yourself here, but you have free range. So go through the rest of this video. Let me know if you might try it and enjoy the rest of this video and see you on the next one. Alright, so when we're done, this is basically how a meal should look. So basically these are chicken kebabs with some salsa, and I don't know what we call this salad, but yeah, it's something worth trying, right? So I'm gonna try these. I'm gonna try have this, because yeah, I never cooked really that much with plain yogurt, so this is my first for me. Not bad. This is actually good. This is good. Preparation time, I could say I took roughly an hour. Well, I took an hour in between. I was cleaning up the kitchen and stuff.
But if I had to excuse the cleaning out, I took approximately a good 30 minutes plus almost 45 minutes because I had to prep. And what I did is to actually start rather with my chicken in the air fryer. So when I set the timer, that gives me enough time to then start chopping my vegetables and cooking my rice on the stove. And Bob's your uncle, then when your meat is ready, your meals all come together. So I could give this out of 10 based on my own skills. A good 7 to 8 out of 10. It is a good meal to try and it is efficient. So give it a try. So guys, this is roughly how much I actually spent to actually prepare this meal. I didn't list things like spices, your cooking oils, and your vinegar because these are things I already had. But these I had to actually go out and buy. And I must say, this is a cost saver. I spent less than 300 Rand, and this is enough to serve 4 people. So give it a try. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you on the next one.